Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a heap of amount of videos. Obviously there is one today, there is going to be one later this evening. Obviously I did a match preview this morning with the Manchester United game. So if you are new around here, I'm the Leeds United Daily and just want to welcome all the subscribers who have subscribed to the channel recently. I'm the Leeds United Daily and I like to try and upload on a daily basis, whether that's transfer news, sackings, positive news, negative news, the board, FIFA content, and hopefully more content in the future. But as you can tell by today's title, we're going to be talking, it's just going to be a short one, it's just going to be a short discussion. I'm going to move away from the manager talk today just for this video, because it's something that I wanted to talk about, it's something that I've seen, and it's something that I just wanted to get off my chest. So as you can tell, Danny Murphy has, in a sense, we won't say slagged off, but he's said some bad words against Marc Roca. I mean, all due to Danny Murphy is a top player. He used to play at the top flight with the likes of Liverpool. He played for, I'm sure he played for Fulham as well. Like he was a top midfielder, and in a sense, it's his opinion. I mean, some Leeds United fans will probably agree with him because he's pretty much come out and said that he hasn't really developed in the Premier League, he hasn't really adapted to the Premier League, and he hasn't really adapted to the way Jesse Marsch wants to play, and that he goes missing a lot of the games. And there's only one thing that I can agree with him on, that is the fact that Marc Roca does sometimes go missing when it comes to the system. But in a sense, we've signed an upgrade to Stuart Dallas. I mean, Stuart Dallas was injured at the end of the season. We had to go out and buy a new number 6, so we went out and bought Tyler Adams. We had to buy a new right back, which is Rasmus Christensen, with Ayling being suspended or injured. I can't remember which one it was. And then obviously Stuart Dallas had broken his leg as well. So we had to go out and, in a sense, buy 3 or 2 massive upgrades for the midfielder. So we managed to bring in Marc Roca from Bayern Munich. I believe it was about £10 million, wasn't it? And he wasn't really getting much game time ahead of like the Kimmich and I can't remember the other ones, Sabitzer, and there was a couple of other players as well that were playing for Bayern Munich at the time, and he was just going down in the pecking order. And to me, I feel like Leeds United had a steal of like £10 million or 10 million euros, whatever it was. To me, I feel like it's been a fantastic acquisition for Leeds United, because I mean, to me, with a 78% pass accuracy rate in the Premier League in a narrow system, to me that's unbelievable. Because can you imagine if he was to bring on, right, a new manager came in, played a bit more wide, played a bit more expansive, and Marc Roca was to be able to play in that advanced midfield, and we would try to always play the ball to Marc Roca. Would play defensively, because it's been noticed that Adams seems to be dropping back in between the defenders. It was noticeable against Nottingham Forest, it was noticeable against Brentford. I feel like that's what his role was, and Marc Roca was the one who was, in a sense, we were playing through. We was trying to advance through him, we was trying to go forward through him. And the amount of times he tried to switch the ball, the amount of times he was constantly passing forward, and that's the type of player that we need to be playing in the advanced role. So if we was to play a system where there was 3 midfielders, like a 4-5-1 or a 4-3-3, I feel like it would suit our midfield 3, because we could have Marc Roca in the advanced role, we could have McKennie in the number 6, and then Adams next to him, because them two class together. And if you was to notice as well against Nottingham Forest, when Marc Roca came off, in a sense, the passing, the attacking threat kind of slowed down a little bit when McKennie came on, because obviously he wasn't really giving us that option of going forward. Because to me, I feel like, fair enough, he's an attacking player, and I feel like he would give us that extra bit of like threat going forward, but he's not an advanced midfielder like Roca is. Because to me, if we was to set up in the 4-3-3, we could have McKennie and Adams going forward, McKennie and Roca going forward, and Adams drop back into defence. So we can do it like that, and then obviously McKennie would drop back into the centre defensive midfield role. It's to me, I feel like that would be decent. And the stats say that he averages around about 40 passes a game, which to me, again, in the system that he's playing, it's unbelievable. But he's one of these players who is very quiet. Like, we don't really get to see much of him because the game's so frantic. The game goes at 100 miles an hour. So if the game was a little bit less at a frantic pace, was a little bit more controlled, and we had a little bit more composure and possession, I feel like we would see Marc Roca a little bit more than what we did in the previous manager with Jesse Marsch. But this is what I'm saying to you. I feel like some people don't really appreciate how good Marc Roca is. He's in a sense, he could be called up now to the Spanish international team, which he never did under Bayern Munich. So it's progress, and I feel like it was a good signing by Leeds United, and I'm hoping and praying that if we do bring in a new manager, we can implement the three midfielder and we can go through there. But to me, I feel like I disagree with Danny Murphy. I don't know how you guys feel. I want to know your comments below. But yeah, I felt like Marc Roca was a good signing. I don't know about you, but to me, I feel like he was a good signing. So, and I think that a lot of Leeds United fans need to appreciate how much he does for the club. And that's just my opinion. Like, you don't have to agree. You can disagree with me. And I'd like to know if you do disagree with me, comment down below, and then we can have a little discussion about it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.